Please turn on your. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, is this the first time you hear this song, Jayden? Have you seen this group before, Westlife? Ivan, first time listening to this song? April, first time? You heard this song before? Do you see me inside? Uncle Raymond was singing that song. Nice, right? That time I got a lot of hair, very handsome, very white. Now I become Chinese. I have a dream. Right, Jayden, nice, huh? My voice. Right, Letong. Letong was saying, Uncle Raymond, don't spoil my breakfast. You don't sing that well and you don't look that well and that's handsome. Okay, good morning, everyone. I have a dreams and I believe you have your own dreams and the dreams will come true if you work hard. I think we all know recently I played this song is because one of the what do you call this best supporting actress or actress award was given to Michelle Yeoh, one of the best Asian lady, who say that finally we have an Asian female supporting actors to get award. You know about this, right, April? Right, you all know about this recently, though, this Academy Awards. One of the Chinese lady, Michelle Yeoh, she's a Malaysian, and she says, those boys and girls that looks like me, I think you can fulfill the have a dream. And there's this another Vietnamese guy who was a boat people back in the 70s when they ran away from Vietnam War. So dreams do come true. I know this is the second term. The next few days, you guys going to start off with your journey for your WA2, which is term 2. The journey to secondary school life. I think you still have to dream on. For those of you whose subjects are not so good, please do not give up. Just do your best. I'm very, very happy to see all of you submit your homework, to be honest. And I really enjoy marking. Yi-Zhi, are you there? Will you mind turn on your camera? Please turn on your camera. Okay, because I'm going to read through all your essay today. All right, so let's start off with whose essay? Ivan, we might start off your essay first. Ivan? Let's go. Ivan, read through your essay on Ivan. No, right? Ivan?
I got it.
Not yet, right? Okay, let's go.
Do I read?
Yes, it's your essay. You read your essay, then I will give comments, same as all of you. Once I put your essay in, you just read your essay. Okay, let's go, Evan.
It was 7 p.m. in the evening.
Excuse me, essay. Don't read like it was 7 in the evening. I was my bed. I don't like to talk to an AI person, all right? Artificial intelligent robot. I'm talking to a live human beings. Like, you know, Jayden, later you listen to Jayden, the way he reads, it was 7 in the evening, I was in my bed, you see, he will wrap it up and he will do the rapping. Okay, I will come. Some energy level. Will you please carry on? Thank you.
It was 7 p.m. in the evening.
That's good.
I was in my bedroom reading my book that I had borrowed from the library. Suddenly, I heard a loud...
Hello, brother. Suddenly, like 不是突然间这样要死了 ，suddenly 忽然间我听到一阵声音包，我走出去看。我跟你讲啊，人家去买票看你的戏啊，我看你讲看到一半他回家了。这个导演啊，真的没有那无精打采。You must read like that. Ivan, is your essay suddenly? Let's go.
Suddenly, I heard a loud boom in my house, and at that exact moment, the lights all around the house went out. My younger brother...
Is that younger?
Yeah.
Okay, I think the best from future, all of you, please, when you write the essay and submit to Uncle, please write a line and leave a line easier. Okay? Right, so because this younger is below the line, I thought it can run younger into my room. So remember, if you carry it, it's supposed to be put on top of it. Okay? Carry on.
My younger brother, who was doing his homework alone in his room, screamed and ran into my room immediately.
What is this one? Immediately?
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on.
I comforted him and we went out and saw...
Oh, we went out lah.
Yeah.
I thought we meet MEAT no. Sorry we meet out，我们去吃肉，不要担心，狗狗保护你。我们去外面吃牛肉、牛排吧，反正我们看不到，我们吃烛光晚餐 （candlelight dinner）。Ivan, you're laughing, I know. Ivan, I honestly, your handwriting is fine with me. Okay, it's good. But because you are doing cursive and link up, so I enjoy your cursive handwriting. Seriously, Ivan. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Not many of your generation recently like to write like that. I think from young, your parents have taught you how to write in this way. Should be proud, but you can, I believe you can improve as you go along. So, we went out. Okay, carry on.
And saw my parents frantically turning the main switch on and off. Nothing happened.
Sorry, at first I thought turning the math street, no, math, M-A-T-H. April, I know you and I hate math, but when I read this word math, I thought it's math, M-A-T-H. Then later say cannot be math street, right? Am I clown? Then I look through, should be main street. Sorry, Ivan, I'm not against you. This is how when you see now the good things, Ivan. Lucky you use your blue pen. No? Your blue pen. So when you see it, do you know there's a difference, Ivan? When you send these, you actually send it by email, right? Email, right? I think so. Then the best thing is that when I copy and paste to Microsoft Word, you see, this is the effect, you see. If it's black color, I may have difficulty reading your, this, what do you call this, the work. Yizi, can you turn on your camera? Yizi, can you turn on your camera? My boss is inside now. She's watching. If you don't turn on the camera, after this lesson, I will get scolded by my boss. Thank you, Yizi. Thanks. Xiao Chu, she turned on the camera already. Thank you. I told you, my boss will spot check on me. Okay, so thank you. I versed that what do you call this? Your handwriting. So carry on. Nothing happened. So what is the next paragraph, please?
Then my mother was.
No, my dear. When you read the next sentence, Ivan, do not rush. Okay. Then there's a comma, right, my dear? Comma, you pause for 1 second. Then my mother was while everything her phone light, Joshua at the main street told us to get rid of the torchlight. After what you think what? Japanese. I know you must start. I know the Japanese. Hello, excuse me, we are not in a bullet train. You don't read so fast because I can't catch you. I'm an old man. If you read so fast, I cannot catch up there. How? 气喘如牛，九牛二虎之力. Oh, please slowly, my dear. Then my mother, who was using, I thought washing, who was using her phone's lights to shine at the main switch. You see, I thought math again. Okay, told us to get the torchlight. After we got the torchlight, my father told us the bad news. So your daddy talking, right? You cannot be Ivan's voice already. I'm afraid all the bulbs I have to use, I have all the electricity fix it. Jaden, imagine your daddy talk like that. Jaden 我告诉你好. That's what, Daddy, 你是在 TikTok 吗？为什么你讲话这么奇怪？ Correct. So Ivan, how are you going to read this? You are daddy now. I'm afraid. Come. Read lah. I'm afraid all the.
Okay. I'm afraid all the bulbs have fused and I'll have to call the electrician to fix it.
So your tone now, Ivan, your tone must be a bit 比较沉重, right? Very like deep. I'm afraid all the bulbs have fused and I have to call the electricians to fix it. Ivan, please go and get some paper and screwdriver and start to hold on to the electricity before you get electrocuted and become electric man. Okay, come, just kidding. Let's go move on to the next paragraph, please.
However, it had just so happened that today was a public holiday and the electrician company was closed.
I like this. Yeah. I like this sentence. To be honestly, I should give you 2 takes. Because you put it, and so far no students ever put that as a public holiday. The worst thing is already back out. I need people to come back. I'm going to come immediately fix it. Bloody hell, emotional damage. My electrician Jaden today cannot come because it's a public holiday. How can I fix it? So never mind, Ivan, you and your brother will hold the candle and sing this song. Ready? I like to teach the world to sing. Then your brother say, God, would you shut up, please? Okay, fine, thank you. Okay, let's go. I like the way you put public holidays. We had
We
no
had no choice but to wait for the next day to call him. My parents, my brother, and me were not so panicky
we're not too
about it.
panicky about it. It's a bit vague, see me. So when you see me, say my brother and I were not so worried or were not so as frightened as a mom because we have something to, okay, you must continue to say that because my parents have kept ready the torchlight, candles, and all these equipments to make the rooms brighter, a bit brighter. Suddenly,
My mother told me to check outside if it had been affected by the blackout. I went out to check and saw that everything was fine outside. The lights outside and my neighbors.
apostrophe S, S apostrophe, not sorry, not apostrophes. So the house belongs to your neighbors and it's not one neighbors, right, Ivan? It's a few neighbors, so therefore S apostrophe.
My neighbors' houses' lights were on. I told my mother and she figured out that we were the only ones affected.
Oh, daddy never pay electrical bills, maybe. Just kidding. So please, from exam, children, please do not put 8:30 like that. Okay, at 8:30 in the evening or at 8:30 at night, when we are all calm down. Okay, carry on. Ivan went back.
At 8:30 p.m., when we all had calmed down, I went back to our own business. I used the torchlight to read my book, and my brother used his handphone to do his homework. Apart from some minor accidents like my dad hitting his head against the wall in the dark.
Hello,
And
can you
me-
understand? I don't chip this car. Ayo, so fast. Relax, brother. Hi, Stalin. Slowly. Don't rush. Apart from some minor accidents, like my dad, nothing wrong to use that, Ivan, but because he's a British PayPal, I prefer to use father. Nothing wrong to that. I did not penalize you using that. But Uncle Raymond is an old school of thought. So if you were to write that, I feel a bit uneasy. Okay, Ivan? Okay, I know some teachers say it's nothing wrong to use that or mom as mother, nothing wrong. But I prefer the old British way of writing, father. Okay, so to me, dad and mom is more to the Americans. All right, nothing wrong, nothing wrong. Seriously, nothing wrong. Okay, because you guys are doing a British paper. Whereas for April, you're doing British papers, all right? April? So okay, so then we follow just like football and soccer, you got what I mean? Both I understand, but you see, some British people may not like the word soccer. I hope you understand. I don't want you to get penalized when you go for your O-level exam. So get the habit of it. Nothing wrong. So I wouldn't emphasize unless they are new students. Carry on.
and me nearly tripping over a toy. The night was still fine. At
Oh,
9
so bad. So maybe you all can't get used to that total darkness. Well done. Carry on.
at 9 p.m. when we
So instead of 9 p.m., what must you do? How do you write?
letter
At 9 at night. At 9. At 9 o'clock at night. So do not write 9 p.m. in exam, seriously. Most of the teacher will not accept this. Sorry. Carry on.
at night when we usually sleep, I had already gotten ready for bed. Then we all went to sleep. And
A good night
good
rest.
night rest.
The next day.
The next
Like
day,
that, no, Ivan, you must read like the next day.
I woke up to go to the bathroom to brush my teeth. When I went to the bathroom and turned on the lights, I found out that the electricity was back to normal.
So you don't need to tell the Jaden, the electrician, already lah. Let him go for his honeymoon. Don't disturb him. Thanks. I happily
told
say you're
everyone
not happy 嘞，好像你不甘愿这样。Daddy, mommy, the light is back already. 好像你不甘愿，你要这样吗？I happily told everyone. 我真的非常高兴。你不能讲我高兴，告诉爸爸妈妈那个店回来了，你们自己开店不要叫我。来不甘愿那种，我很高兴。I happily
told everyone
对啦。
in my family and went back to brushing my teeth. Then by the time my family had all woken up to get ready for a new day, As we got ready for breakfast, my mother opened the fridge and instantly was assaulted by the smell of rotten meat.
I
It
like
turned
the
out that
way you put the word assaulted. I love the way you say assaulted by the smell of rotten meats. It's really free spot. Well done, Ivan. I like the word assaulted or being attacked or being intruded. I like this kind of word. That means 是真的很呛，呛到我的鼻子很臭气熏天。听过吗，Ivan？听过这句话？臭气熏天呀。Well done.
it turned out that the fridge needed electricity to work, and because of the last night
You say
events,
you can't even read the words. You can't read now. You see, I don't ever do that in the exam. Okay, seriously, if you do that in the exam, good luck. Okay, don't do that. Be careful. Carry on.
all the fresh meat had gone.
Now you see the meat now. You see the meat and when. Do you agree with me now? Ivan, you see the meat and when. 小心 because the person who go to mark your paper in 3 years time in O level may not see your this handwriting mark the first time. Had gone
Bad.
Bad or dead? Hello, brother. Your dad have gone bad and become bad and not very sad and you're not glad. Oh, 小心 So you did not check when you hand in. Oh dear. Okay, this part
We
is.
had to clean the fridge that morning without breakfast.
Okay, so what is the conclusion? You did not say from this incidents that I know that you say we cannot take things for granted. We must prepare, correct? True now. Like my mom to prepare the torchlight, use the camera. So during this time of crisis, Ivan, we learn to stay calm, correct now? Which you did, right? You did mention. So I like your essay. From this essay, I can tell these students are very matured. Well done. Well done. Seriously, well done. This is our first essay. Okay, well done. Keep it up. So next, Stellan. I think last time you want to hand in your homework to Uncle Raymond, right? Just because you sent, sorry, you sent a so-called a scam message to me that I blocked you, right? So not your fault. In fact, all of you, I'm so damn freaking proud of you that I'm thinking to give you a small little gift later on in next month or so for your hard work. Seriously, Jaden, seriously, I really appreciate. But April, maybe I was arrange a special gift all the way from Singapore to China, especially for you. Of course, you don't expect me to fly there and give it to you, right? That would be very expensive. Okay, but
No,
I think you're.
I'm going to Singapore next month.
Oh, you're coming back to Singapore next month?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can have a meal if you want to join me. Okay, so all of you. Thank you, April. Thank you. So, Stellan, I'm so sorry because all of them submit their homework except you. It's not your fault, Stellan. Don't feel sad. Not your fault because of you. So the only way you can submit now later on is through your daddy, mommy handphone. Okay, I already unblock you. Okay, and see how you can submit because I know last time you sent your homework was very good. So I'm so sorry. I've been waiting. I'll be right here waiting for your essay, but email send 给我. Okay, but never mind. Don't worry. Okay, next. Okay, I'm going to go to the next. In fact, today I'm going to go through all the essay. Right? Okay, Le Tong, your turn, please. I love the way Le Tong write this. Le Tong, are you there? Le Tong, awesome. Please, can you all follow Le Tong like that now? Write one line, leave one line. So it's easier for Uncle Raymond to mark at the same time to carry out certain missing word. Okay? Right, Le Tong, let's go. Hey, what's the title? Never mind, let's go. Le Tong.
I stepped up to Harris' front door and rang the bell. As I stood there, hearing the bell ring, I recognized the usual loud footsteps and knew that it was Aaron.
Stop. You know what, Le Tong, look at me. When I was marking on this paper, I got this feeling saying, wow, Le Tong got 千里耳. Wow, can listen from far. Wow, I think people 人家是千里眼你是千里耳。哇，你可以听到那个脚步声咚。this is Aaron 咚。that's Aaron father 咚咚。that's Aaron mommy 咚咚。Oh, that can be the helper's footstep. Wow. 哇，觉得他有千里耳。I'm not sarcastic Le Tong, please. But I like the way because you make me fall into a very imagination world. Seriously, Le Tong. Okay, I told you by now you should know. If I want to be sarcastic, I will tell you I will be sarcastic. Then I'll say I'm being sarcastic. But this is very interesting. Okay, Le Tong, carry on, please.
He opened the door slightly and peeked outside. Hi, Ryan, teacher.
I like the way you put Ryan as in R-A-I. Usually it's R-E-Y. Cool, man. Well, he's still cheap. So nice of him. Instead of like, what the hell you want? Come here and disturb me. 害我给mommy daddy 骂你懂什么事吗？觉得？哇 I tell you, continue read the story. Very interesting, man. Carry on.
That scene would make me to remember what I did not want to remember.
Oh, sorry. I want to remember, not I don't want to remember. 话中有话 April. You know, I'm going to tell you that you're not going to tell anybody that whatever you say, April, why you can knock off your camera? So April, I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to tell anybody. If you're going to tell somebody, I'm not going to tell you in the future. If you're going to tell that somebody, you're not going to learn to, I want to tell you. So what you're going to tell me? I know it well, but I can ring a bell. Who's in the well? I like the way you're reading that kind of words. Carry on. In fact, I did not want.
In fact, I did not want to remember at all. This was what happened exactly 2 weeks ago.
I want to put the word exactly, don't mind, nothing wrong. This was what happened 2 weeks ago, nothing. But because the word exactly, there is a reason for the next couple of paragraphs. You understand what I mean, there is a purpose of that word exactly. Because of exactly that incident, it kind of trigger you why you feel regret or you feel happy about this. Carry on. So that's not just for for anybody who's writing essay, it's good to use certain word exactly. That was estimate 2 weeks ago. So you say around 2 weeks and exactly is a bit different. Around means your memory is kind of fading away. But if you say exactly means you are very clear, has crystal clear that I will never forget this. You get me now, okay? Come, can you bring down your mic, your camera, not your mic, and your mic a bit closer? Thank you. That memory.
That memory seems to never get out of my head. Everything still reminds me of it, even if I did not want to think about it for a long time.
Thank you. Hey, why this part leave line, then suddenly you stop here? Then you say, okay, carry on, come. I think it's a very good introduction. Carry on.
It all started when I saw some schoolmates working after school. If I do that, maybe I would look cool, I thought to myself. My eyes sparkled as I rushed to Aaron's house.
Carry on. I'll be Aaron, don't mind. Then you'll be. Are you sure that's a good idea? Aaron's voice sounded anxious as he fidgeted with his hand. You're like, are you sure? Okay, just your turn.
Just hide it from people and we'll be fine. I'm good at keeping secrets, I assured him, grinning. He nodded and agreed after a few signs of persuasion.
Wow, you're very good to persuade him to smoke. Jaden, Talon, Ivan, please don't smoke. Okay, carry on.
The next day after school, we went to a small shop called 7-Eleven. Outside the shop, I told Aaron that this was the nearest shop that sells cigarettes.
And swallow, is it swallow? And went into is it swallow?
Yes.
Swallow what? You know what I mean? Swallow what? Sorry. You should put Aaron's sorrow with his pride and decided to move in, something like that. Carry on.
I pointed at the display of cigarette packets and said I wanted that particular pack. I did not look at the cashier. She looked at us in confusion and asked what we wanted to use it for. It's for my parents, I started.
No way, man. No way. Sorry, I'm telling you, no way. If your age were to go out buy a secret, you can. I hate to use the word try on Stellans and Jaden. Jaden, you can try. I'm just kidding. Jaden, don't get angry. I just use as an example. Jaden say, "Hello, brother. I want a packet of Marlboro cigarette." You know, say 小弟弟，你在跟谁讲话？你几岁？我要啦，我跟我 daddy 买香烟。然后你叫你 daddy 来了 ，sorry 啊。Anybody who sells cigarette underage, whether whatever it is considered illegal and is offense. Okay. They cannot sell cigarette that's underage, and the cigarette is actually covered. If you know in 7-Eleven, all the cigarette now is have a cover it. They will not show all the different brands. So if you need a cigarette, you have to be specific and tell them. And sometime they will ask you, can I check your IC, please? So the same thing when you buy liquor in 7-Eleven, beer, liquor, or cigarette, they will have to check your IC. I know, Jaden, maybe after now you are 14, 13, 13, right, Jaden? So next, maybe in 8 years time, you are 21. Then you are 21, you are a young man, Jaden. And then your face look like now, very boyish. No, not childish, very boyish, Jaden. Very boyish, okay? So there are some people who are 21, 20 something, look very boyish, very young. So what happened? They might say, can I check your IC, right? Then when they check your IC, hey, you are 21 years old, then they can sell the things to you, okay? But for sure, this is no way. Something is wrong somewhere here, not you. If this person were to sell the secret to this author, and then they just keep quiet, that means this is either a staff who are very ignorant or the boss himself who don't care about the rules and regulations and the legal issue. And if this person will get caught, good luck to you. His license will be taken away and the shop will be closed and will be processed. So no. So but just for essay purpose and for sharing. So maybe in future you may not want to write this kind of essay. You might write something else other than the cigarette and beer. Okay, but which is okay for our practices. But that's why I say no way, man. There's no way that a person can sell this. So something wrong. So when you see when you're writing this essay, you are giving the examiner in Cambridge to say, hey, are you sure Singapore allowed to do these type of things? But of course, he did not mention in Singapore, right? Correct, right? You just mentioned like this, you see. So it depends on the locations as well. All right. Usually, in Singapore, we do not allow. Carry on.
He looked at me, then at Aaron's fearful face. Aaron avoided her eye contact and pretended he was looking at something else. After what seemed like forever, she sighed and took out the package. I handed her the money and walked out of the store awkwardly.
Okay, there's nothing wrong. Maybe for the first time, maybe she recognized you, and she also recognized you. Example for this author, she might recognize the author's father also smoked. Don't happen that maybe the father is busy, ask the son or daughter to go and buy cigarette. But like I say, it's a no thing. Carry on.
We found a place below the blocks that people rarely go to and took out the cigarette package. I shoved my hand inside my pocket and took out the lighter. I took in a big deep breath and looked at Aaron. Aaron assured me with a nod. I lightened up the cigarette and put it between my lips. It tasted bad, but I will get used to it anyway, I thought to myself. Aaron got used to it too. The next week was the same. We went to 7-Eleven as usual.
As usual, do what? There is no way. Maybe first time first time maybe they will say a benefit of doubt. Maybe just because buying for your father. It cannot be every time going there and buy the cigarette. I think if this is happening, I think something wrong with the store owner or the shopkeeper. It's totally wrong that this kid continues selling the cigarette to these two underage students. Okay, carry on.
This has been going on for about 2 weeks.
Now you understand why? 2 weeks. Because the word exactly, get it now. So that is the one to let the readers to emphasize that these 2 weeks continuously, you put in the effort to learn how to smoke without get caught by the law enforcer, who is the police officer. Carry on.
When suddenly something happened. Aaron's mother when
Nothing wrong with use the mom, nothing wrong, carry on.
passed by and noticed Aaron. At that moment, I saw her rushing to Aaron and me. What do you think you're doing?
What do you think you are doing? No, very fierce, ma. Correct, no? It's not like, what you are doing, you're smoking, never ask me, never chill me, can't never invite auntie to smoke together. Like, 我们一起抽烟. Stella, you might be, huh? Seriously? What kind of auntie is this? What kind of mom is this? Okay, carry on. Because she bark, so it's not a nice tone, carry on.
Her hands grabbed the cigarettes from our hands and threw it on the floor, then squashing it with her shoe.
Oh, auntie, you little bug, 你乱丢垃圾. Okay, 我告诉警察你乱丢垃圾. So Jaden, you're laughing, huh? Like that also can, correct, lor. 破坏证据 evidence. Carry on. 开玩笑啊，乐童 carry on.
We looked at her in fear as she scolded us horribly. If words could kill, we would have waited there and then. I was filled with regret. I knew it was my fault.
You repeat again, I was filled with regret again, so repeat. Carry on. Why did I?
Why did I do this in the first place? In the time span of a few days, I got scolded by Aaron's mom and my mom.
So you should say, auntie, you just throw away a $5 secret. Hey, hello, 给我钱. 这个香烟很贵的嘞. I didn't know, Jaden, seriously, joke aside, when Uncle Raymond learned how to smoke that time, it was about $1 to $2. That was back in 20 years ago. Now, Jaden, a cigarette packet costs about $16. Literally, you just turn, Jaden, you just turn the $2 note, then you smoke the $2 note away. Okay, seriously. And then the best thing, that day I was with my friends, so they were smoking. So I'm the only one, you know what I do, Jaden? Second-hand smoker. You know a second-hand smoker, right? So they are smoking, I fresh air. April, I think I'll die faster than my friend. Seriously, I say, I thought your health is no good. Why you smoking? You know what they tell me, April? Ivans and Yizi, you know what they tell me? Stress, Raymond, stress. It's like, huh? Stress you smoke. Then I give you a bigger pipe. I give you a bigger pipe and smoke. This is adult, Jaden, 不要笑哦, Yizi and the rest are silent, don't laugh. When we adult stress, we smoke and drink. What about you all, your age? Jaden, do you know there are some children around your age, they do this? They cut their wrists, they cut their hair, they shave their eyebrow, they poke themselves. Seriously, and in other countries, they took drugs. Seriously. So not worth it. Le Tong, thanks for sharing. You should put this on Le Tong. You should put this that because you're like, I'm not you, I'm talking about the author. If Le Tong, you will put this as in being a stress process that this author learned to smoke because they were high piled up with a lot of exam, and then recently her result or his result is no good. Then he thought of smoking. One of his friends gave him the wrong information that smoking will forget all the nonsense and all the things. Stupid, man. I don't understand, April, when people start drinking, when, let's say they break off with his girlfriend, boyfriend or something, but then after drinking, the next day, the problem's still there. True or not? It doesn't mean you drink the alcohol. 给我一杯忘情水. It cannot be, right? True or not? Right, agree. You need to continue to how to distress your problem. You need to stay calm. You need to have a plan. Correct. So, Le Tong, it will be good if you were to say that, okay, because you are stressed, the author is stressed, that's why he or she learned how to smoke. Okay, Le Tong, you know what I mean. That will make your essay more interesting. Doesn't mean it's not interesting. Okay, Karen? Le Tong, carry on.
From that day onwards, I promised myself that I will never do that again, and I will never forget what happened 2 weeks ago.
You said exactly 2 weeks ago. So your conclusion is a bit short. Then you must say that because due to the stress, I learned how to pick up smoking. But nevertheless, this tells me that This is not one way to distress myself. There are many ways to distress, like taking out a good hobby, like go swimming, go exercise. Yeah, you know, Jaden, when I was very stressed, I like to play golf. I like to go to the driving range to hit the ball. It's like Jaden, the naughty boy, boom, go fly. No, when I was in teaching, I used to play golf, not because I don't like my students, so I take the golf ball represent my student. No, I just want to feel to distress myself. No. I treat all my students with respect, please. Well done. Le Tong, well done. Nice, good handwriting, but Le Tong, don't mind. In the future, if you send in, don't use black pen. Is this a black pen you use, Le Tong? Yes or no? I can't see your noggin, seriously. Because your noggin, your head is only your hair, so I can't see your full face. Not like Stellan. If Stellan were to not his head or shape, I can see like Yi. So yes, black pen, right? Thumbs up if you.
Yes.
Okay, next time use blue pen, huh? Nothing wrong, huh? Okay, so you can see the blue and the black pen. Ivan, you can see, the black and the blue is a bit different, correct? And then with the shadow, you see from the way you view it, nothing wrong. You said lucky, Le Tong handwriting is nice and good. Imagine those handwriting that is, oh my goodness, seriously. Yeah, the next person handwriting, I tell you, is damn horrible. Okay, damn horrible. You see the person laughing already. He knows that the person knows that is his handwriting. No, my goodness. Who other than that? No lah. Seriously, Jaden, your handwriting is really nice. Not sarcastic, Jaden. I'm serious from the bottom of my heart. And no, seriously lah. But what is XX? New movie. New movie, XX.
No.
Next paragraph, I know. Okay, let's go, Jaden.
Although it has already been
Words
20
not 20. Hey, why you test me math? Okay, 20 years. See.
since the last electricity shortage, I still remember that time when the electricity was cut off from 7 p.m. to the next morning.
Okay, I would say 7 in the evening. That would be better, okay?
The memories of the neighborhood being confused and shocked still flash in my mind clearly. This was how it all began.
Okay, so instead of next morning, you can say to the next morning at 7. Okay, that would be good. Because next morning, it can be 11:59 a.m. bro. Correct not? Right? So there are about 5 hours. So how many hours are we talking about? The next morning can be 4 a.m. also can, right? So be more specific. Nothing wrong. I'm just okay, carry on.
It was a dark and gloomy Sunday night.
I like this. You know why? Because of the dark and gloomy, that's why you need electricity and PowerPoint. You get it? That's a good start of the sentence. Well done. So it's good, children, don't mind. Once a while, we share all the essay, not is to laugh and mock and say, oh, you see, joke, Jaden. You look at Jaden, the handwriting like shit, like suck. You look at the sentence, lousy. Look at the no, we are not here to look down on people's please. This is called bias and prejudice and bully. No, we are here to get the contents from individuals, okay, and help one another. I mean, how often in school that your teacher can flash out 38 essay or 30 essay at one lesson? No. Okay, so the most he or she will choose a couple of good essay and flash it. Some school, they don't even bother to flash it and just take 1 or 2 example or go through. Some school will print out, take the effort to print out the essay seriously and share it with the whole class, provided it asks, like say, Jaden, you are the best essay. Then the teacher asks, Jaden, is it okay that we share your essay among your classmates? You see? Now you know why I say that, because my previous school did that. Okay, so it's very important. Okay, thank you. Carry on.
Just as I was getting ready for the next day, preparing my school bag and checking that I have done all my homework, the power suddenly went down. Mother, the lights are down. Did you pay for the electrical bills? I shouted at the top of my lungs across the house.
My turn. I'm the mommy. Of course, I did. Mommy, right, April? Must talk like that. Of course, I did. I cannot be, of course, I did. Carry on. April is like so serious. April, are you listening to me? Yes.
Her mom replied, and it made me even more confused. I wondered aloud. Could it be a what? Could it be a power shortage? In order to find out, I looked out of my window and saw that the whole neighborhood's power was down.
I like the way you put your apostrophe S. Steady boom PP, brother. Awesome. Nice. Seriously. I think Jaden, you maintain this hand, I think it's super awesome. Good, carry on.
There were people walking up and down the streets, looking confused and shocked about the sudden power outage. Our loud and annoying neighbor, Mr. Cheese, was also down there, saying in a very loud voice, "The government wants to promote sleeping early."
Early sleeping 政府要我们早一点睡觉去睡觉。Hello,
Don't
Chinese, okay?
worry about the power outage. It will soon be over.
I was surprised. I think I don't know where you learned from this. In my past year, 在睡觉睡觉，不要做东西了 There are people very annoying. Seriously. There are people I don't understand. Really got no power supply already and still add in like put salt in your wound. Okay, carry on.
Sleeping early, don't worry. Wasn't this a bit too early to sleep?
Exactly.
I mean it is 7 p.m. in the evening.
No, change it to 7 in the
Okay,
evening, bro.
7 in the evening.
You see, I mean it's 7 p.m. in the evening. So what? 7 p.m. I mean there is eating with my mouth. Of course, you're eating with your mouth. Then you're eating with what? Okay, so I mean, don't repeat here. Okay, who sleeps?
Who sleeps at this time? Also, how can we not worry about the power outage? It's
No, it is nothing wrong. I circle is what is the key. What is the it is? You know, what is the activities at night? So the days, the night is just young. So don't put it is. What is the it is referring to? So be careful when you use these type of words. Like they, it is, he or she. Okay, carry on.
It is the key to many things we use in life, like our lights, computers, and so on. Although it was outrageous, I thought about it twice and it did make a bit of sense. So I went to bed early. The next day, when I woke up, the electricity was back on and people were cheering Mr. Cheese's name out on the streets, which was so frustrating that I almost shouted in frustration. My bad. Luckily, I held myself back and went to school.
Why I put that see me is nothing wrong to put this as the person who are cheering Mr. Cheese. I feel that it's like not appropriate, sorry, in my opinion. Okay, maybe I'm too conservative. Jaden, you might look at me, what you mean, Uncle Raymond? So you are saying that this guy is being sarcastic to the government for not doing a good job. Nothing wrong, Jaden. If you're talking about 20, 30 years ago, Singapore got a lot of power shortage, power surge, blackout. Because we do not have the equipments, we do not have the technology, we do not have the manpower, so-called expertise, so-called. But over the years, we have improved. So it's not like in other countries, the power surge and power blackout, all these are possible. But then again, I feel, maybe I feel different. I did not mark you wrong. I just want to put that see me. So I'm not sure whether some examiner, when they mark this part to all the students who are listening, these are serious. Because some of these are very sensitive, you know what I mean? Because are you telling people that this government sucks? They did not do a proper job. You get me? I don't know. I don't know how you feel. Because maybe Jaden, I'm teaching social study and history. So my sensibility of these kind of sentences make me to feel a bit uneasy. 明白吗, Jaden? Okay, it's not your fault. Don't mistake it. So it depends, but maybe some people take it a pinch of salt. Hey, uncle, please this is essay. Why you take it so serious? Yeah, I still have to warn to all students. Sometimes whatever you write on a piece of paper, sometimes you cannot revert back. 对吗? Right, correct. You are not going to tell the Indians, okay, when you are in the room, I can't see you if you switch off the lights. Smile with your white teeth, then I can see you. That is confirmed very sarcastic. 对吗, Jaden? Right. So if you say Chinese, if you stand beside a banana, you look like one of them. How would you feel? Correct. This is racist remark. Seriously, correct. Sometimes you might, not you, you might take it a joke, but to others, you might take it very seriously. Carry on.
This night was truly
It's
special
truly, should be was correct. Was truly.
as it was the only time I slept before 9 in the night, let alone 8 o'clock.
I say, come, let alone 8 in the night or in the evening.
I would remember this day throughout my life, although I am trying to forget about Mr. Cheese.
I hate the word trying. Although I'm doing my best to forget. Don't use the word try. So sorry, this should be was, that's right. You see, sometimes I mark too fast, so miss out. So good job, 30.5. Grammar, in fact, most of you pass your grammar, well done. I'm very proud of all of this group of students here, well done. If you continue to submit your essay like this, I think you definitely can score very, very well. Okay, next. Who have not called? Li Chen is not in. What happened to Li Chen? Okay, let me see who's not called yet. Give me a minute. Okay, April, your turn, please. April, have you read your essay? No, not yet. April, no. April, why you give me that kind of look? Oh, why? Nice, good handwriting. The only time I need to do is I need a magnifying glass to read your words. Then Uncle Raymond, are you being sarcastic, Uncle Raymond? No, I'm not sarcastic. I'm just being funny. Just kidding. Very small, to be honest, April. Nothing wrong with all your handwriting. Stellan, I think I've seen your handwriting before. Nothing wrong with your handwriting. It's just too small that maybe I was a 老花, I can't put into. Okay, Karen. Oops. Karen, April. I can't hear you. We can't hear you. Seriously, we can't hear you. I think, no, we can't hear you, seriously. Okay, let me read. Let me read. I really can't hear. I was going about my day when I received a text message from a number. Do you want to restart again? Where's April? Selena, how are you going to hand in your homework later?
What?
How are you going to hand in your essay to me?
Through my parents' phone. Can I like email you?
Sure. But please don't type bro.
Okay.
Right, please.
Okay.
Thank you. April, are you there? Can I start your essay now? Hello, April. Where are you? April? I'm mute.
讲话那么大声，你们
我知道他在想我。
Okay, come, April. Do you want to log off and log in again? Okay, I wait for you. Okay, go. I think I prefer you to read your essay. That will be more interesting. Okay, log off again. Wait for you.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Start.
An unusual invitation. I was going about my day when I received a text message from a number I did not recognize. Curious, I opened the message and read it. You are invited to a mysterious evening event. Come to the abandoned house on Golden Loft at 6:30 p.m.
At 6:30 in the evening. Carry on.
6:30 in the evening. Dress code is vintage grunt attire. I read the message over a few times, trying to decide if some kind of prank or if it was actually
okay. I thought some band of prank, BAND, but I later figure out it's kind. Okay, carry on.
some kind of prank or if it was actually real. Ultimately, my curiosity grew the best of me and I decided to attend the event.
哦，你这个女孩子很容易骗的。你知道以后我 send 一个 message 给你 ，April，this is Uncle Raymond，want to join me in the party？Then April say, okay, fine, oh, that's Uncle Raymond. Hey, somebody can take my handphone, right, Jaden? Maybe Jaden is the bad guy who took the handphone and want to sabotage you, April. Okay, no, just kidding. This is essay purpose. But you may want to add in a bit, even though my mom tell me, but this number looks familiar. It seems like one of my friends' number. Okay, something like that. Then you create the curiosity. I like the suspense. Introductions must be suspense. Thanks to Evan, Le Tong, Jaden, yeah, they have the suspense there. Yi I haven't read your essay, Yi no, okay, good. Carry on.
As the day moved on, I found myself thinking about the invitation more and more. What could the
Stop. You see, as the day moved on, I thought as the day more on, I found myself thinking about invitation more and more. You realize the R and the B are the same, right? Be careful, girl. Okay, you are a super good girl, but sorry to say, if your handwriting is so small, and then if the examiner is like worse than me, old auntie, uncle, which is 60 plus, and the eye is doing, oh man, how you know, this is Uncle Raymond, you know, like, then good luck to you. So 写大一点那个字 carry on, April. What could this what could these mysterious events would that be?
like, where am I up to?
Yeah, at home. Here.
What could this mysterious event be? Why was I invited? Who else would be there? Despite my best efforts, my imagination got the better of me, and I spent the day feeling both excited and apprehensive about what was to come.
Good. Thank you. Because you use the word apprehensive, that means to be or not to be. That's the question. Should I go or should I not go? Is that really a prank or is it really true? But because you didn't think of what is going to happen, maybe because April, in your life, not you, I'm talking about this author, okay, don't mind. Maybe in this author's life, he or she has seen these kind of things very common. So to him or her, she's common. But to Ivan, maybe this is not common here in Singapore, right? Or abandoned house, that means it's a haunted house. Agree, Stellan. If someone, Stellan, please come over. It's like, never seen, sorry, like, you know, I block your phone like that. You know, the numbers looks very alien to me, right? Sorry, because I recently got a lot of funny. Oh, Stellan, you know, got people sent to me, no. Hi, Raymond, is this Raymond? They very smart, no? They put there. Hi, is this Raymond? I have a new job opportunity for you. Stellan, you know what now? Why? President of United States of America, replacing Joe Biden. President Raymond Shaw, taking over US. You know what I mean? 就是我觉得这种very common nowadays. And being a police officer, of course, I will be a bit skeptical to see this kind of messages. Then carry on, April.
When the evening finally arrived, I put on my best vintage grunge outfit and made my way to the old abandoned house on Golden Loft. The house had been closed for years, and the windows were boarded up as I approached the entrance. I noticed that the door was slightly ajar. I hesitated for a moment, but then pushed it open and stepped inside.
I like to use the sorry, and it opens. Sorry, the vintage garage, right? This is a bit of American punk. Don't mind, right? You wouldn't find the British vintage punk instead of using these words, garage. Okay, I seldom see this in my essay for my students. So be careful. So April, you are learning the British writing, and you are writing the American words here. You get what I'm saying? So it might be sometimes April, you might say, so Uncle Raymond, I'm very confused. When the hell should I use the American writing and the British writing? I'm telling you, sometimes I also like you. As an English teacher, sometimes I know I have to stick to the British writing. But sometimes I used to prefer to speak in the American way, which is nothing wrong. Same thing, April, you know, Chinese 的华文跟香港的华文跟台湾的华文，对吗？还有马来西亚的华文跟新加坡的华文都不一样，对吗？ Right.
Yeah.
中国人，你干嘛？台湾人，你做么呢？ Then 香港人，你做乜嘢 ？Correct 啦 ，Right. Then is 马来西亚，你急死我，你做什么 ？Then 新加坡做么？对吗？新加坡人是做么？两个字，对吗？ 对吗, Jaden? So you realize there's different ways. So which one is correct? To me, as long as the communication passed to the person is smooth, there's no truncated, there's no distorted, and the person who received the message, the communication, understood what you're saying, did not go the wrong way, I think it's fine. Correct? But sorry to say, children, listen carefully. All of you, please listen. Okay, if literally you are not inside or watching the video, listen carefully. Whatever it is for academic purpose, you need to follow strictly to the rules if possible. Seriously. Okay? Because some academics, markers, and teachers are very, very strict, which is nothing wrong. Nothing wrong, seriously. April, let's say one day you want to be a doctor. You want to learn from a senior doctor. If the senior doctor is very strict to you, means that he don't want you to screw up the whole process. True. He don't want you after that, when you come out to be your own doctors and you make the mistake and say, hey, how come my senior doctor never explained to me this? And what happened? You'll get you into trouble, correct? And then end up to lawsuit. Then you blame who? You blame the senior doctor, or blame yourself, or blame the society, or blame the whole entire faculty for medicine. Because academics is really academic. If not, then what is the point of getting a degree? Okay, I hope you understand, all of you, not just April. Carry on. So what's wrong with the vintage brush or vintage pun? Well, as long as you know that April is going to dress like a crazy woman for the party, the Halloween, something like that. Okay, because when I go in to look at the pictures, it's like, oh gosh, Uncle Raymond will not dress like that. Okay. That's your fashion, April. That is your generation fashions. Nothing wrong. You know my fashions, the way I comb my hair last time, I wear the earring as a break dancer. It's a different from the K-pop dancer nowadays. So different era had different fashion trend. Nothing wrong. All right. So April, I'm seriously, you heard of this Westlife, I Have a Dream. I mean, nowadays, how many group of people can sing this kind of nice lyrics? 很少了. Okay, carry on, please. The house?
The house was dark and empty, but there was a faint light coming from behind the sofa. As I made my way down the center of the living room, the lights of the room lit. I noticed that my friends were stood up behind wrapped up dusty furnitures. They all wore vintage grunge attire like me, and they all looked excited and happy the same way as I felt.
Stop. I think Jaden's, Ivan's, Yi-Zhi, Le-Tong, and Stellan, you do not know what is going on with this story, right? Jaden, you know what's happening next? Do you know? I like that. The more I get very frustrated with you, April. What is he going to do next? You know, it's like you're selling the story. You want to know? Let's read the next paragraph. Do you want to know something? It's like, can you just tell me what is going on? I'm not going to tell you. Read on. Read on. They are still haven't tell me what is going on. Ivan, then you're going to read. No, it's like, peekaboo. You want to see some more? Peekaboo. Oh my God, can you just tell me what is going on? I like the story. The suspense is super good. Let's read on. I don't think you know why, Jaden. After when I realized it, oh my goodness, seriously. Get up. The house.
As I reached the cake, I saw that there was a single spotlight shining down on me. All of a sudden, a voice boomed over the speakers telling us to enjoy the song that's going to be played.
That's going to be played. It's going to be played. It's Americans. You ain't going to do that, right? Okay, carry on. Soon I realized
it was my bandmates and they were playing the song I composed. What?
Bandmates? I don't know, Americans, bandmates. Okay, carry on. And they were? Or band? B-A-N. Is it B-A-N?
What?
What is what mates? Bandmates or classmates?
Band. B-A-N-D-M-A-T-S.
I thought it's B-O-U-N-D, bondmates. Sorry, because my way of reading, what you might say my bad. My way of reading, I thought it's B-O-U-N-D, so it's band. Okay, now I got you. Carry on. That's why I put a class with a question mark. Sorry. Yeah, thanks.
And they were playing the song I composed. I felt a sudden urge to join my group and sang. Finally,
okay,
the song.
Excuse me, sorry. I would like to interrupt here. I would like to interrupt you also. All the way from China, April would like to sing the song that she's going to compose now. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hand together and April will sing this song. Ready?
What?
Yeah, you say I composed, right? The song that I composed. Yeah, what? Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. Sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Okay, just kidding. Let's move on to the next paragraph.
Finally, the song was finished and the spotlight focused on the cake and presents that were placed on the crooked coffee table. A figure joined me next to the cake and whispered in my ear to cut the cake. I did after we opened the presents and had fun. Time flew, everyone cleared the room and went home. The night was unforgettable.
Got me? Oh yeah, the night was unforgettable. It was indeed a very unusual invitation to my 21st birthday party. You don't need to say that you are 14 years old. Usually the 21st birthday party is always unpredictable, unbelievable, unusual, and something that will last you to the rest of your life. True enough, because the 21st years old birthday is a transition to adulthood. So is it a surprise birthday party? Yes, indeed it is. I can tell you, April, I'm going to use this as one of the best examples to create the storyline called a surprise birthday party. Because all the way I read down, I thought you are invited to a haunted house to visit the Casper, the Friendly Ghost, or even to some funny Halloween party, right, Jaden or Stellan, right? Or some party that is unusual in the terms of very funny. No, never expect a birthday party or Letong, or is it something that is new? Very good. Well done, man, bro. Well done. Well done to all. Last but not least, sorry, Stellan, your essay will be read next week as well. Li Chen is not here today, so I will not read his essay. But actually, I want to let Li Chen to read his essay and then followed by Yi Zhi. Yi Zhi. Are you ready? Can you start now? Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. Yi Zhi.
I read.
Your name is Yi Zhi, right? Your essay, right, my dear? Let's go.
Miss Lim, my mathematics teacher, was giving back our examination papers. My hands felt clammy as I waited nervously for my name to be called. After a while, I went up to Miss Lim to collect my paper. My heart was palpitating wildly. I had a feeling that I would not do well for it. Miss Lim sighed as she handed me my paper. Looking at the results on my paper, my jaw dropped. Tears rolled down my cheeks as I stared in disbelief. I failed.
Oh, okay, stop here. Stop here. This is to me, it's an introduction here, but is there any more? Oh, I'm up to here. Sorry, carry on.
Thoughts raced through my mind. What will
Mother or mom? Nothing wrong, carry on.
What will mother think of me? Will she punish me? How would she punish me? I should have revised for the examination. I did not expect myself to fail
The math.
the math.
Yeah. So when you say, I did not expect, okay, let me say this introductions is a very straightforward, predictable introductions, but you let people to think about it like what, okay, so what is going to happen? It's a very common essay. It's a good handwriting. First time I see your handwriting. Very few grammatical mistakes here and there. I think all of you have planned your essay well and spend really some quality time. I have to comment to all of you before Yi Zhi. Jaden, thank you. Ivan's, April, and Le Tong. I think you have, and Li Chen also, you have planned your essay well. Very good, and you have more or less checked your essay. But I think for Yi Zhi, this essay, I think you have spent in my opinion, you have spent quite some time doing it. Very hardworking and disciplined. And with the handwriting, I can tell you are a very no-nonsense person, straightforward person. Okay, to me, I feel from your handwriting. But the one thing I need to know is that this essay is like you are memorizing to write it down. You are copying some ideas here and there. I may be wrong, sorry, Yi Zhi. You might be copying some idea here and there from books, from sentences, from your past essay, things like that. Nothing wrong. Because when you go to exam, you cannot take your book, correct now? Jada, you cannot take a handphone and say, Jia, can I have my handphone? I want to copy my essay. No, right? Jada, you might be laughing. But because of these, copying here and then put in the essay, I used to do that when I was in secondary school in my A-level. I copy and memorize sentences and plug it into my exam, my real national exam. That's how I pass. Nothing wrong. But you make sure you copy the right sentence, correct now, is it right? So if you're putting this effort, it means I really have to stand out and salute and bow to you. Well done. A good job. Because if you all don't believe what I'm saying, the six of you, okay, please continue to see what he's writing. And honestly, I just marked your paper about 1.5 hours ago. I marked the first paragraph, then I stopped because I was very tired. Because I just have a quick read. That was 1 or 2 days when you submit this homework to me. So the moment I say, wow, I enjoy where every time my students send me homework, I will stop everything and anything just to make sure I go into the homework. Unless now I'm teaching, I got students sending me things now. I will still pause and look through a bit. Very excited. But I will prefer to be fair to you, right? Because you put in the effort. The moment I read your introduction, I know you have put in quite a bit of effort and I skimmed through the whole essay. I need to tell all of you because it's very important. Because as an examiner, as a marker, we have been marking paper for donkey years. So the moment we see the introduction is very interesting. The impression will be there. Okay, children, seriously. All right, please pay attention and put effort to write your introduction well. True or Stellan? Right, Stellan, next time you go to look for a job, right, you need to put on your best one. Correct now? You cannot be digging your nose, your finger is dirty, your hair is messy. Agree or not, right? You must put on your makeup, you dress nicely. So first impression now. So this is a good introduction. But I can tell that this introduction has kind of manipulated and structured in such a way very nicely. Academically speaking, nothing wrong. I really appreciate, and it's a very good example. And you are only set 1 of it. So can you imagine if you are doing this for all the subject like that? Wow, my goodness, well done. You know why not, Itzel? Because I used to be like that, so I know. So when you're doing that, agree on Itzel, can you answer? Is it true? You plan this essay for a while? Please tell me. No, please say nicely because it's recording. Because I may want to show it to my other set 2, set 3, set 4, and other primary school level and my nephew. Is it true that this essay was planned quite a long time ago?
Yeah.
How long it take to plan this essay? Before I continue my next paragraph.
I planned it last week.
Last week. Is it one? How many hours is spent on doing this?
I
Can I say estimate more than 2 hours?
don't know how long I did it.
So it's not 1 day lah. So you do halfway, you stop, then you continue, is it?
Yeah.
So it's wrong. It's definitely wrong that if you're doing an exam in a real exam, but it's nothing wrong when you're doing it as a homework. Let me explain. It's definitely wrong if you are sitting for exam, confirm you got a 0. But if you are homework, you want to plan the best to prepare, listen, to prepare for your real exam, the national exam, which is like last year PSLE, confirm is nothing wrong. You're going to fly, okay? You're going to fly. I'm telling you this, even though this is the first essay, but if this effort is done by you, solely by you, because I did not see you sitting there, right, Ma? So I presume this is written by you and took many days to prepare, then you are there. Okay, you all don't believe, look at the second paragraph. Let's go.
I dragged my feet walking back home. I hesitated to let mother know about
Hello,
it.
brother. Hello, brother. Your essay very nice, but when you read like Auntie Ama like that, I drag my feet. You're really dragging like Ama like that. Can you read Poppy no? Can you read like April, Le Tong, the rest? 你好像没有吴京的这个 essay 这么好，给你读到很不好嘞。Okay， 要有力气 ，must energy. I drag my feet walking back home. I hesitated to let mother with a small m, not capital N, to let mother know about it, but I knew that it was the right thing to do. When mother saw my result, her face flushed with anger and she reprimanded me for failing my examinations. My cheeks turned red, bright red, as I bowed my head in shame. I regretted choosing not to study and revise for the examination. Agree not? Stanley, Jaden, there's a flow, no? Can you imagine instead? 哎呀，不要读书啊，整天玩电话，整天看电话哈，怪不得你的 Max feel very common 哦。Sounds very familiar, right, Jaden? Sound very familiar, 啊？乐彤 ，Sound very familiar, Ivan. Ivan 又用电话哦，整天打 Genshin， 整天打 COD， 整天打 Minecraft 整天玩 game very common 的。对 ，Salen 整天玩 game 哦，整天不要读书哦。April, can you please put on and don't play games? Then you don't play games, you play what? Play weapons. You shoot people, you kill people, you loiter, right? Smoke, like what Le Tong's the essay is. Continue to play games. I mean, seriously, continue. No, Jaden, don't shake your head. I rather you continue to play games. So I haven't finished comma. Please do not get addicted to playing games. You need some time to distress yourself. Playing game is a good way. Excuse me, I'm studying all this for my degrees and my master and my in NRE. We're doing all these things. Please, Jaden. I consult a psychiatrist. You know, every school now got the counselor, right, Jaden? Right, every school got counselor. True not? Jaden? Le Tong you counselor, right? Full-time counselor. So I work with them. I'm a discipline teacher before. Please, excuse me. I've seen people who threw the table and chair just because the parents do not allow them to play computer games. Police case. So it's nothing wrong to play games, but you must know when to do the right thing. Like Yizi, I believe you also play game, right, Yizi? If not, please, hey, hello. If you don't play game, please get a live, get a game. Okay, play some game. Game can be sport, can be badminton, basketball, or this is also a game. I'm not saying electronic games. Games, true now. Yizi. You must keep yourself healthy. You cannot be 12 hours studying one. 对吗? I used to do that when I was set 2, 12 hours non-stop studying. No that I got the best result, seriously, but health-wise and attitude-wise, it's useless. Trust me. Okay, I went through whatever ups and downs, a gangster before, a bad student before, a nerd student before, whatever you name it. So I know Yizi, your generation is not easy. There's a lot of stress coming out. So please, okay, carry on, please. Next paragraph, you see the way I read very nice on your paragraph, so please don't like not read properly with a good tone. Let's go.
I decided that I had to study hard in order to get better results. I needed to make mother proud. At that point of time, I was motivated to do better and work hard for good results.
And my future. Carry on.
Sure. Ever since then, I paid full attention to Miss Lim when she was teaching the class and memorized the formula.
There's two. Formulae is plural. Formulas is also plural. So which one you want to use? You should thank Yizi for bringing out this. I got a lot of students, hey, uncle, very confused. Formula without the E or with the E. Just remember, formula without the E and S is singular, one formula, 一个 formula. Like half base times height, that's one formula. But if you say length times breadth, parameter is length plus B, length plus what? Length plus what? L2B and 2 breadth. See, Jaden, I forgot my parameter. Then what? 2 pi r and pi r squared, right? Correct. And then all these are full of formulae or formulas. Okay, carry on.
For each type of math equation, I wrote down notes and made sure to study every day after school. Although sometimes I felt like giving up, I would tell myself the whole reason and purpose of why I started to work hard for it and how it will pay off.
Pay off. This word, I put that 3 ticks, super duper wonderful, excellent. Please write down somewhere in a book and then use this to put in your conclusion in the real exam. The teacher will kiss you, love you, hug you, whatever. Thank you. You know why? You know, seriously, I'm telling you, don't laugh seriously, children. Because when a teacher see a student put like that, means he's very passionate to learn, to enjoy. I'm telling you, when I marked this, I was thinking 3 days ago when I was attending my police meeting with the big commander, the big shot. They asked us, why do you want to be a police officer? In life, sometimes we take a job, we feel sucks. Hey, why I want to become a doctor? Hey, why I study hard become a lawyer? True not, is it? So one of the officers says that every time there was a question asked, why, sir, do you want to be a police officer for 30 years? So the same question asked, the moment when I'm down, I always go back to the first thing that I went for interview. Why do I took up this job? I think in life, sorry, just you, because this is your essay, I think all of you will understand and agree with me. Stellan, Ivans, and all of you, Letong, and April, and Jaden, and Yizi. April, Yizi, I believe you are not happy with your PSLE result, right? Because you are the first batch. True enough, Yizi, you will not feel good, right? So what makes you now want to do better? Because you don't want to go back to your PSLE result like that. True enough. You want to make sure you improve, because the way you see that you're using mother, if as an examiner, I feel that you love your parents a lot. So the same thing where I was told to ask question to the big commander or the big shot in the police force. We have a meeting. I say, yes, you know, when I was joining this police force, you know, my salary 1 hour is $4.60 only as a police officer. McDonald's now pay $9.50. I work in Starbucks. If you don't believe, I can show you my Starbucks uniform. Pay $9. I work in a Japanese restaurant, pay $11. So the police commander asked Uncle Raymond, why do you want to join police force when McDonald's can pay you high? The first question I answered is my passions to protect my fellow citizens in Singapore, to make Singapore safe. So every time I've been in the police force from since 2020 until now. So sometimes there's ups and downs. I never turn and say, oh, damn it, man, must do duty. Oh, so boring. I always remember the first question. It's my passions. I want to do good for my country. I serve in the army. I serve in the Ministry of Education. Now I'm serving in the police force. So the same thing when you write this essay, pay off. The word pay off is very, very important. How are you going to pay off to your parents? Yizi, Letong, Jaden, April, Stellan, Ivan. How are you going to pay off to your parents who worked them freaking hard for you to be what you are today? The only time to pay off is the passion in your study. Don't use the word hate. Hate stands for have all thoughts of evil. Don't use the word hate. The more you hate, your life is going to be very negative, and that's it. So when I mark this paper, why I want to reserve the last for this, it's not because you are lousy. The essay has a motivation factors. And you don't believe, children, read on. And you use free spot, no, well done, no, idioms.
My end year examination was right around the corner, and I took extra time to revise what I had learned in class. During the examination, I was confident, and the questions were simple and easy to do.
At first, I thought the question was simple and early. Because of the S, you know what I mean? The S looked like R. So when I read too fast, I thought it was simple and early. Early to do. So it should be easy, right? Easy. Okay, carry on.
I was the fast. I was
the fastest to finish the paper. 我是最快做完那张卷子啊，那个是华文的说法哈。Okay, I was the fastest to do what? Go to the toilet, sleep in the class, or what? Must be specific. I was the fastest in the class to complete. Should be not finished. It should be to complete. Okay, to complete the paper. Well, it's nothing wrong to say to finish the paper, but finish sounds a bit not right. To complete the paper, and I took the remaining time to check my work. I give you 2 ticks. It's supposed to be 3 ticks. Not many students I check already. Uncle Raymond, Mr. Shang, I check already. Check already. After result come back, fail. I check what? I really check. I flip the paper. Flip, check. Hello, checking. True now, Jaden? I check already. I check. Do you check deeply, truly, and sincerely? Do you check to say, 这个 question 我做对吗？刚才我有 doubt 嘞，好像不是 1 plus 1，是应该是 1 times 2 right？还是用错 equations？ You get me now? I'm just giving an example lah. You know, I have to use the word Jaden. I really hate math. Recently, my son showed me his P5 maths paper. He got 0. for problem sum. 0, 0, problem sum. So I look the question. You know what I get? Jaden? I got -0. I'm serious. Look, Ivan, I'm serious. I got -0. Maybe you are good in math. I look at the math and say, what the WTF? What the fish? No, the kind of question, April, I don't know why they want to make the math problem. April got 10 apple. He give 2 apple to Jaden. After Jaden's will give 1 apple to Stellan. April will give another 3 apple to Letong. How many apple do they have altogether? My answer is they completed the apple already. Finish out the apples. Technically, I'm not wrong, right? Why you give these kind of questions? Seriously, I don't understand. So complicated. Okay. I like the way you say to check my work. Well done, Isa. Carry on next paragraph, please.
The end-year examination results are up. Miss Lim handed us our examination papers back. Some of my classmates were as nervous
As a mouse.
as a mouse, and some were excited.
I will say some were as happy as a lark. Okay? Will be nice, right? Oh, as happy as a lark. Carry on.
I was very keen to see how well I had done for my math.
For it, 哪一个 it？ 你要讲清楚嘛，对吗？Must be specific. Carry on.
Even though I prepared a long time for it, deep down I still felt a little scared. What if I still did not do well? I thought to myself.
Yeah, that's a good one. So you see, you are very humble. Okay, you are very humble. You are very down to earth. You are very practical. You know that what we say in Chinese 苦尽甘来 or 刻苦耐劳. But you know that okay, you are preparing for the worst even though you put in effort. Yeah, it's true. There are some people who study very hard. At the end of the day, they feel the exam possible. Okay, exam is just part of the life. Okay, I do feel in my set 2, in my set 3, I feel almost all my exam. Even my English, my teacher, my media feel like shit. I was the last 3 in the class. Okay, because you know why? I play truant. You know it's play truant. 我逃学位 I was a senior prefect. I've done a lot of bad things, joining the gangster, all these things, nonsense. So later, I turn over a new leaf. You know, today I won't be sitting here. I'll be sitting in Changi prison. You get me now? So everyone's got ups and downs in life. And I think this is a very good reflections, not just you, to whoever reading. You see, can you imagine this is an examiner who is marking your paper. He or she might reflect in his past. And this is a very emotional essay. Even though the words are very simple. Ladies and gentlemen, if a set 1 student can start writing like that, eventually, can I use the word SSD? Slowly, surely, and definitely, the essay will be like a very shining diamond. Last but not least, let's go.
Miss Lim called out my name. I went up to her to collect my examination paper back. Taking a look at my examination results, my jaw dropped. I could not believe my eyes. I passed the examination with flying colors.
Wow, you can see the marks like that flying. Oh, hey, hello. Just kidding. Carry on.
It was like a dream come true, and it felt like a reward.
Hey, I have a dream. Correct. Just like I play the song. Oh, Jaden, I have a dreams. Not nightmare, please. I know when I sing, it's a nightmare to you, Jaden. For goodness sake, I think all the mountain behind you will be melted already. Let's go.
All my hard work was worth it. Miss Lim announced to the class that I had gotten the highest grade in the class, and praised me
It's the
for
day. Wow, 你写到很美了。Suddenly you put day. My grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. Who is the day? Day. No, sorry. This is a bit sarcastic. Don't mind. Your essay was so wonderful until you put day. Who? They all turn out their heads. Who? My pawpaw and your pawpaw turn around. Uncle Raymond, why you say like that? Because you know why? Can you imagine an examiner who mark the essay so nice, then suddenly they come to this? 明白吗？一直，哦，
I thought I already mentioned it.
No, I'm so sorry. You assume. Because this is essay, but when you're talking a day, you know what, Uncle Raymond, I'm talking about my classmate. Oh, I see. But if I can clarify with you, I'm sorry, when you say they, who is my classmate lah? I thought I told you just now. Oh, sorry. 讲话的时候可以这样。当你写的时候 you don't know what the examiner is thinking, 对吗，一直 Correct not? You cannot assume, assume stand for A, S, S, you and me, S between you and me. So don't assume. You must be 很怕输啦，一直，对吗？你的 purpose 写到这么好，就是要拿更多分数。So carry on. My classmate, okay, my awesome classmate clap for me. So when you put the awesome classmate means you are very popular in the class already. You become the role model. 明白吗？ You get extra mark. 明白哈？不用紧的。In fact, because of your essay, because of Jaden essay, Ivan essay, Le Tong essay, and April essay, April turn on the camera. We all learn from one another. Carry on. This one here.
Trip for me while I was still recovering from the shock I had.
So what have you learned? I seldom give such a high mark for the first essay. I've learned that if I fail to plan in life, I plan to fail. Rewards comes to me only I plan to work hard for it. Get it? So if you complete this sentence, you'll be icing on the cake. Just like the flower behind April. So nice. I'm saying the flower very nice, not April very nice. April is not nice. April is very pretty and beautiful. That's all. Okay, Jaden also not handsome. Jaden is gorgeous. All of you are well done. I really enjoy. I think today's lesson we went through all the 6 essay, right? Oh, 5 essay. Jaden, Stellan, Ivan, Le Tong, April, you agree? It's a very good essay. Serious, very simple essay, very meaningful essay. Okay. Unfortunately, we do not have time to give you an exam. In fact, today there's an exam for all of you, but it's already 11. If I were to give you an exam, you're going to curse and swear me and say, Uncle Raymond, this. Okay, I'm so tired or whatever. That's what. No, by right, there is an exam. Let me show you. Okay, we have done this. Okay, these are the 4 essay questions. I really truly enjoy all your essays. Talent, I'm waiting for your essay. Li Chen, I already marked your essay, so I have to wait for next week and see how is he coming in or not. Maybe he's away from overseas trip. Okay, see, this one thanks, April. I saw your this one. So April, that one you have to present next week because your Li Chen is not here today. Okay, April, you complete is Licheng. End with a G. Yeah. I think no G there, but the list given is Chen. I can't remember. I have to check with Li Chen next week. Okay, then these are magic words. This is your homework by right? I'm supposed to show you how they do it. One of my Set 2 students using all the 5 to 7 words here to complete a mini paragraph about poverty. So these are the words. Please do not share with your classmate. My advice is if you can, ask your mommy or daddy in the office to print out this list for you and keep it very, very useful, seriously. And then of course, I say vocab exam. Okay, I just quickly flash through, okay? And supposed to go through this Taiwan aging baseball. It's also another essay. We have to go through this one as well. And this is another homework. Sports and games are equally as important as studies. Do you agree? Okay, so this is one of the homework. Please take note. When are you going to submit? Definitely it's not next week. Okay, for now, if there's an essay of 300 words, I'll give you 2 weeks time to do this essay. Because Jaden, have you finished your school homework already? Full 100%. Well done, the way you smile. Ivan, you finished your school homework? Stellan?
I finished it for quite a few days.
Well done. Le Tong, finish already? Le Tong, have you finished your school homework? Yes? Yizi, you finished already?
Yes.
Yeah, because I hate it. Last time when I was a discipline teacher, When school reopen, all the teacher will come. Raymond, can you please go to this class and tell the student to complete my homework? If not, we will stay back for detentions, remedial class to do this homework. I think school homework is super important because those homework will help you later on in your exam. So same thing, do your school homework and then followed by these questions. Okay. In future, I may want to put all of you who have WhatsApp into a group called Lesson9Sec1 2023 in a group. So when I send a message, oh, please, I know if you, for whatever reason, you say, Uncle Raymond, I don't want to share my handphone with other students, please let me know. If not, I will put all of you into one group called Lesson9Sec1 2023. Okay, so this is a homework. We'll go through. You just look at these questions. You can Google and check. To me, both sports and games are equally important. But in Singapore, definitely, I will say I still think study. Okay, April, what do you think before I end? Do you think study is more important than sports? April?
I think they're both equally important.
No, which one do you think is the most important?
I guess sport,
Oh, why?
because sports can keep a human body active, and it can also keep them healthy. One study, like most of the suicidal thoughts are because of stress and education, but sport motivates someone.
I'm so sorry to say, your answer is absolutely, I agree with you, totally, but so sorry. Okay, not in Singapore. In fact, we are discussing this with a lot of students. In fact, yesterday, my Sec3 student, we were talking about this, my friends, not in Singapore. Do you think China will win the World Cup for football? You know, yesterday, all of my students say, no way, China will never win the World Cup. You see the way they play, horrible. You know, and do you know football was invented by Chinese from China? If you go and Google, football is from China. But not the way they play like that, differently. Okay, so always have faith. Okay, Yizi, I really enjoy marking your paper. Okay, Le Tong, you are really need to improve your oral reading, Le Tong. Ivan, well done. Handwriting, nothing much to say, but write bigger, be careful. Those people, this is not art class. April, if you want to buy a birthday gift for me, buy a magnifying glass for me. The way you look at me, okay, uncle, enough. Don't keep repeating, my handwriting is very small. Okay, it's small, but doesn't mean it's not good, April. Be careful, you must understand those are ye nai nai might be marking your paper, those uncle, auntie who are got really lao hua. So write a bit bigger. Jaden, enjoy your blue ink handwriting. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart. I really enjoy that kind of writing. The way I read, I'm damn shook. Even though I don't see your face very shook. Just kidding, bro. So look here. April, you asked me a question, right? When do I hand in? 1st of April, and it's not April Fool, Okay, it's 1st of April and it's on the Saturday. Okay, April, don't give me that kind of look because I know I'm saying your handwriting, you're not happy, but I'm so sorry. It's nothing wrong with your handwriting. It's too small. I cannot see. It's not your fault. My fault, okay? It's my fault. All right. So thank you, children. I will see you next Saturday, Stellan. Please hand in your essay as soon as possible. Right. I really can't wait to mark your paper. All right, Li Chen, I'll see you next week. All right. So sorry I can't go through this, but I really enjoy